let's say for this effect, I have the spectator choose a card, not that one, but let's say they choose this card. So I don't want to see it, but I will show it to you. So there's your card. After the spectator has remembered their card, I would take it and we can actually lose it somewhere into the deck. After we have done that, we can go ahead and actually give the deck a little shuffle, just like this. So we'll go ahead and we will shuffle this up. We can push it in, and you can see the cards actually getting shuffled in. And all we need to do is give it one cut. So now I'm going to try to find a spectator's card, but it might be a little hard, so I need to make it easy on myself. So all I'm going to do is actually snap my fingers, and if we spread out the deck, you're going to see every single card is face up, except one card, which we will leave there. And this is the only card face down, and it should be your card, the two of clubs. So there is the effect. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Before we get into the tutorial, in case you're wondering about the deck I'm using, these are the Bicycle Zero Gravity. And I do have a review on this, so I will leave that down below in the description. So here's how you're going to do this. Now there is a little bit of a setup, but at the end I will show you a way you can do this without a setup. So what you're going to do is take about half the deck, and it doesn't matter which half you choose, but you're going to turn that face up, and you're going to want that on the bottom of the deck. Take the face up half and put that on top. Now if we look, we will see we have face down cards and then face up cards, and that is your only setup. Now when doing this, I would recommend trying to split it perfect in half, but it doesn't have to be. I actually find it easier if the face down half is actually bigger than the face up half, and you will see why during the tutorial here. So because you can't do any false cuts, or you're gonna disturb the face up half, you're just gonna have them choose a card, and you're just gonna spread out the top half and have them choose one from here. So it's up to you if you want to see the card, and it's up to you if you want them to sign it. So in this case, we have the five of diamonds. So there's one of two things you can do. You can either turn around and do this next move, or you don't have to do this next move and not turn around. So I'm going to go through both options, you could say, right now. So let's say you did want to turn around. What you're going to want to do is catch a break where the face up half meets the face down half. So because you're turned around and you can have them sign the card, show it around, you have some time actually to just spread through the deck, and when you see the first face up card, put your pinky in and put the rest of the deck on top. So now you have a pinky break. The last thing you could do is actually riffle up the deck, and then when you see two face up cards meet face to face like this, you can put your pinky in, and then you would turn around and you would proceed with the next move. Now, if you don't want to do that, what I did in the performance, and this is the move now you're gonna do whether you have the pinky break or not. You're gonna take the card, and I like to actually do this beforehand, before I take the card. So I'm gonna use my thumb, and it should be easy to just lift up on this natural break, because there is gonna be a natural break in the deck. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is able to actually cut to it. And that's because you have the face up half and then the face down half. So what you're actually going to do is use your thumb to lift up at the break, but don't lift up at it too high. And also keep your hand tilted down like this. And you're going to do this for a few reasons. The first reason is because you don't want to flash this setup here. And then I tilt my hand down because I don't want these cards actually coming out from the back, because if I have it like this and I tilt it up, it might be easier to also see this mess, but then they could also come out like this. So I hope that makes sense. That's why I tilt my hand down and I lift up slightly at that break. And I also have my index finger to cover it. So I'm going to show their card, and I'm going to put it right in that break. And once it's in the break, you can actually drop everything with your thumb. So now if we look here, we have the face down half, we have their card, and then we have the face up half. So all you're going to do now is you're actually going to go ahead and push down and in on the card. And now you can put your pinky in there. So now you have a pinky break. If I did that in real time, it would be like this. I push down and in, and I can put my pinky in there. And now all you want to do is cut this bottom half to the top. So essentially you're going to be reversing both packets. So it doesn't matter how you cut the packets. You can really cut this top half as much as you want. The only thing is you can't cut the bottom packet. So all I did was about half of the deck, and then I did the break, and then for this half, because of the face-up cards, I was careful to put everything on top. Now another thing you could do actually is this. You can cut half, you can cut from the break, and then you can put this on top and then lift up everything at once. And that could hide the face-up cards. But now this is what you have. You have their selection on top, you have the face-up half, and then you have the face-down half. So now comes the next part, and what you're going to be doing is the Pharaoh Shuffle. Now in my last video, I actually taught the Pharaoh Shuffle, so I will link that down below, and I'm not going to be going over that, because I already did in the last video. But essentially, once again, you're going to see another break here. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift up this half, and you're going to notice this is face down. And this is, and you want the spectator to think this is face down too. So they think the whole deck is face down. So when you lift up this half and then turn the bottom packet, that is going to make sense for them. But don't turn this packet or they're going to see face down cards. So what you're going to do is lift up at the break and immediately turn the bottom half. Don't turn the top half because then they'll see two face down cards. Lift up, turn this half, leave this top half face down, and now because it's already face up with that one face down card, it's going to work. So now what you can do is actually shuffle them. So it looks like this packet is smaller. So maybe it would have worked if the bottom half was smaller. Because essentially, if the top half is bigger, it'll be easier for the Pharaoh Shuffle. So let's just assume that the top half is bigger. because you want to keep this top card on top of the deck the entire time. So you can Pharaoh these. Don't spread anything and don't drop anything because you don't want to reveal it. But now you can push these together. And now if you look, you will see you have all face-up cards. This top card is the only face-down card. And now once again, without revealing anything, they can cut the deck and you're all set. So you can talk about anything you want. Spread the deck. There's only one face-down card, and it is there, 5 of diamonds. So that is a really easy triumph effect. So I will show that one more time to you, and then I will show you how you can do this impromptu. So you want about half the deck flipped over at the bottom, meaning the top half is face down. So you're going to have them choose a card from the top half. So I spread some and then I stop spreading. Let's say they choose this one. In this case, the 4 of clubs. So all I'm going to do is actually lift up at the break, tilt my hand down, but don't lift up too high at the break. Or you could get the pinky break, but you're going to take their card, put it in the break. You can drop it and then push down and in on the card. It's going to create a gap, so then you can put your pinky in there. And now I like to cut half of the top of the deck, the cards from the break, and then this half you can either put on top, make sure that doesn't happen. So another thing you could do for that is put everything on top and then lift up. But now you're going to do the Pharaoh Shuffle. I lift up at the break, I turn this bottom half, and now, without flashing this bottom card, I can go ahead and actually Pharaoh these, keeping their card on top of the deck. So I think right about there. Make sure you don't flash any of these top cards. But now you're all set. You can cut the deck. And now when you spread, there's only one face down card, and it is the 4 of clubs. So really quick, I'm going to get into the way you can do this impromptu, and then the trick is over, or the video is over. Now I'm not exactly great at this move yet, so I'm not going to be teaching it. But essentially, the deck can be shuffled, and then when you take it back, you can show them they're all different. It doesn't matter. And then you can be looking them in the eye, talking to them, and you're just going to get a break in the middle of the deck, either with your pinky or riffling up. It doesn't matter. I usually stick my pinky in there. And now you're going to do a turnover pass, or actually a half pass. So I'm going to come with my 3 fingers in the front, thumb in the back, just contacting the top half. I'm going to lift up in the back and then lift up the side a little, and then use my middle ring and pinky from my other hand to actually extend this hand out with these fingers, and then I pull them back. You'll see this bottom half come out, and then I'm just going to put it right back. Notice how I caught everything with this pinky, and now that will put you in the perfect setup. So one more time. So you have your break like this. I hold everything like this. You lift up in the back and then to the side. And these 3 fingers are going to pull all the way back, okay? And then you're just going to actually push forward. So then you'll hear it actually click or pop off. I put this pinky in the way. And then I'm just going to try to pull my fingers back to line everything up. And then I'm just going to push everything. Now you don't want the deck like this, but you actually want it I'm going to try my best to do this. But once again, I'm not good at the turnover pass. You want it like down to their eye level like this, essentially. So I'm going to leave a tutorial YouTube page down below of tutorials on the half pass. But that's just another way you can do it. So I hope you really like this video. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time with a new video. Bye.